I had to stop the pianist and say, go back 4 bars. I can't understand what's happening because his music was like fireworks going in different directions. So that was my first meeting with his music. I love him. It has been a challenge for me because I am a chameleon and I want to blend in with the musicians I'm working with. So I have this amazing groovy band behind me and I want to croon and have fun. My name is Tuva Semmingsen. I'm a singer. You might know me more as a whistler and a wah-wah lady with the Danish Radio Symphony Orchestra. I'm classically trained, but over the years I've sort of ventured into a more hybrid state as a singer, so I'm sort of a potato that goes with everything. Carl Nielsen is considered the national composer of Denmark. He's written string quartets, 6 symphonies, choral music, solo concertos, but he's most famous for his more than 100 songs.
It's interesting, is rich, is exciting, is deep, is so fresh, and it is so sincere. And this is what I love the most, is sincere. There is no one note which is too much or which is about, look how good I am as a composer. Not one note. We cannot say it. Nielsen is the typical Nordic composer. Nielsen is Nielsen.
So my first meeting with Carl Nielsen, I was in my late teens, early 20s, when I had to study one of the duets from his opera, his fantastic opera, Masquerade. And that was my first meeting with his music. And it was like, I had to stop the pianist and say, go back 4 bars. I can't understand what's happening because his music was like fireworks going in different directions. And there's a lot of humor in that music as well. So that was my first meeting with his music. And then he has a lot of facets. So if you look at his songs, they are more simple in their musical language than, shall we say, a Masquerade. I love him.
And there's also much simplicity in his works. And sometimes the simplicity leads to great modernity.
Yeah, I really enjoy listening to Carl Nielsen's music and I really enjoy performing it. But if you look at his songs, what I think signifies them is they are seemingly quite simple with a very strong and solid melody. But if you dive into it, the harmonics are or the harmonies are more complex than at first glance, I would say. And I guess that's why it works so well with arranging it for jazz, because if you have a strong melody, you can do whatever you want harmonically. Yeah, so we have this fantastic groovy band, the Danish Radio BigBand, and then we have a classical singer or a hybrid chameleon singer, and then we have the classical music, and how to make this work as a unit, but it works like a charm. It has been a challenge for me because I am a chameleon and I want to blend in with the musicians I'm working with. But in this instant, I am sort of the classical anchor. So I have this amazing groovy band behind me and I want to croon and have fun. I'm still having fun, but I'm sort of becoming the bridge between the classical world and the jazzy world, shall we say. So, fun fact about Carl Nielsen is he was quite the modern man of his time. He lived in a very modern marriage. His wife wasn't only, bringing up children and taking care of the household. She was actually a creative artist. She was making sculptures. And he actually experienced what we experience today at a quite large scale, which is the stress of modern life. So his doctor prescribed him a very specific type of mindfulness, which was knitting. So I feel a very strong connection to Carl Nielsen on that. And I'm sure many people out there can relate to the stress relief of knitting.